Hi there and welcome back. Dan again from Clean Guru. And today I just wanted to toss out the question, how can we achieve clean for our clients without motivated employees? You know, a lot of times there's as much to learn from thinking about the worst case scenario as thinking about the ideal situation. You know, a lot of times we get caught up in thinking about ideally what kind of buildings would we like to go after that we can get and keep clean? What kind of employees would we like to go after to bring in? What kind of a schedule would we like to give them? What kind of training? How many hours? Did we bid it ideally right? All of these things that we can do ideally. And we work at that. We try to create that. At the same time, it's kind of interesting and I think just as helpful to think about the worst case scenario. So here we are talking about how to achieve clean without motivated employees. Now, again, if we're talking about unmotivated employees and we're having problems with cleaning where people are not following the procedures and they can't get the building clean and they're not doing that, we're having problems even after we've trained and retrained, well, now we have disciplinary and HR issues because maybe they shouldn't be with us as a cleaner in our company. But on the other hand, I'm also talking about there's some nights when even good employees maybe aren't motivated, and that can happen, but it's our job to still achieve clean for our clients. How do we still delight them? And I'm just suggesting there's things to think about here. I'll throw out a couple right now. In technology, there's new devices available. There's, for example, an ATP meter. And ATP meters measure bioresidue, and it's a way of kind of measuring cleaning effectiveness. That's an interesting way to go. Another way to go is for example, specific procedures. Regardless of motivation, here's how we train everyone to always put back the chairs after we're done vacuuming. These specific ways we're going to handle our microfiber cloths. Here's the equipment we're going to use. Specific procedures, the more specific, eliminates variability if we're not motivated. There's another idea. And so these are another idea, now I think about it, would be inspection, right? So regardless of motivation, what if we had everyone fill out every night a little check sheet of the main things where they initial their name of what they took care of? That kind of harnessing of their personal accountability. That's another way to go. And then a third, even if they're not motivated at night, the very act of doing that kind of ties into some kind of personal pride. Another thing we could add in is, let's say, a weekly or monthly random inspection, whatever the account calls for. But that random inspection adds on somebody, not that necessarily is not motivated. Here's another person, objective, evaluating the cleaning. Now, at the end of the day, these are some ideas of how to handle getting clean in spite of motivation. Of course, in the real world, what you and I both do is we try to combine all of the ideas we can, the best case scenario, but even to take care of it in the worst case scenario. And when these ideas come together, we may not get 100%, but the combination of all those efforts generally can produce a result that will delight our clients. I hope that helps. I hope it helps your cleaning company. Until next time, remember that you can do this. You really can.